Occasionally, you might have a visitor that needs that precious Wi-Fi access, but you don't have to give up all kinds of access to make this happen. The guest access feature of the WAP125 provides wireless connectivity to temporary wireless clients within the range of the device. This will keep the main network secure while still giving guests access to the internet. In this edition of Tech Talks, we'll show how to configure the guest access instance table on a WAP125 device next. To configure the guest access account, we need to first log into the device by entering the username and password. The default username and password are both Cisco. Once we log in, we'll cancel out of the setup wizard. Next, we'll go to the Access Control tab and select Guest Access. Under the Guest Access instance table, we'll need to set its parameters. First, we'll enter the Guest Access instance name. The name can contain 32 characters. For this example, we'll name it guest_access. Next, we'll select the protocol for the guest access instance. It can be HTTP or HTTPS. HTTP does not provide encryption during verification of the requested web page. On the other hand, HTTPS uses a secure socket layer, which requests the certificate to provide encryption. For this case, we'll leave it at HTTP. Next, we need to choose the authentication method. We are given multiple options from which to choose. The first is local database, where the wireless access point uses a local directory to authenticate the user. The next is radius authentication, where the web device uses a database on a remote radius server to authenticate the user. In no authentication, the user doesn't need to be authenticated by a database. For third-party credentials, the web device uses the credentials on a social media account to authenticate the user. And finally, the Active Directory service has the web device use a database on a remote directory server to authenticate the user. For this example, we'll keep it at local database. If the authentication method is set as either local database or radius authentication, we'd select the guest group. All the users who belong to that group are going to need access to the network for this portal. So in this case, we're selecting default. Up next, we'll enter the redirect URL. All we need to do is enter http:// followed by the domain name. The range is from 0 to 256 characters. Now we'll enter the session timeout in minutes. Enter the time remaining for the captive portal sessions to be valid. After that time reaches 0, the client will be de-authenticated. The default value is 0 or unlimited. Depending on how long you expect guests to be using your network, you can adjust the access time to the needs of your business. Finally, we'll select the web portal locale. In this case, we'll choose default. Once we've finished entering our parameters, we'll click Save. And that's how to manage the guest access instant level on the WAP125. Thanks for watching Tech Talks from Cisco. We'll see you next time.